with PJ Carlesimo here on SportsCenter. Let's focus in on three playoff teams that we believe just need a little tweaking here. And we'll start with the Warriors who, well, at least if you read the reports, they're doing a little more than tweaking their roster. How do you assess, if you're Steve Kerr, the current roster that is there and get them better?
I like the roster, Bram, and they're the most balanced of the three teams we're going to talk about today. They're better defensively than people give them credit for. And the key to that is Andrew Bogut. Bogut, with his shot blocking and his rebounding, is really important for this team. So they need him to be healthy because he does anchor the defense. No one talks about their defense. They turn the ball over too much. Even Steph Curry, especially Steph Curry, they have to take better care of the ball if they're going to improve. Harrison Barnes is a good player off the bench, but he doesn't have enough help. That guy would certainly help. You had Kevin Love and shove somebody else down on the bench, you're going to get a lot more offense off the bench than they have right now. I like that team. It's close. Steve Kerr said right from the beginning he would like to get a stretch four. Whether it's Kevin or not, I don't know, but he wants to change a little bit the way they play.
All right, so you're open to this idea. You think it's the right move if Klay Thompson is the one that gets moved out?
Well, I'd hate to give up a Klay Thompson, but Kevin Love is special. His points, his rebounding, that makes you a better team.
Yeah, and the West is deep. You got to do what you can to compete. Let's stay out there with the Rockets, and if you're Kevin McHale here, you got James Harden, you got Dwight Howard. What else do you need around them?
Well, this team is top-heavy offensively. They score almost 108 points a game, but they're not very good defensively. I think the number one thing they got to do is get Chandler Parsons back in the fold because he's an excellent player. He helps them in many, many ways. He's possible to be as good as he is and be underrated. I think that's what it is. Get Chandler Parsons there doing what he does best. Another team that doesn't take care of the ball very well, and this was really a problem for them this year. 29th in the league. They turn it over just way too much. And surprisingly to me, Bram, they don't rebound very well defensively. They give up way too many offensive rebounds. They've got to solve that problem. So they need to become a better team on the defensive end of the floor. People talk about their free throws, but they shoot and make more free throws than anybody in the league because everybody's always whacking Dwight Howard. Again, they won 54 games. They're close, but they're not going to get there unless they get better on the defensive end.
They're constantly in transition, too, so Harden gets to the line a ton of times as well. League sources say that they want Melo, they want LeBron. Everybody wants LeBron. They want both of them. We're also hearing Melo and the Bulls could potentially be a fit. So if you're Tom Thibodeau and you're looking at the roster here and you're potentially adding that, what you see constructed now, what makes the Bulls better?
Well, this is the opposite. The Bulls are the opposite of Houston. This is arguably the best defensive team in the league, and they're a team that really struggles to score. Now, the answer to most of their problems is named Derrick Rose. They get a healthy Derrick Rose back in the fold. This is going to be a very different team. The perimeter shooting, but more importantly, the transition up and down the floor, the points in the paint. Derrick Rose is going to provide that. Everybody says maybe they amnesty Boozer. That's going to put Taj Gibson back in the mix. He finished all the games for them anyhow. They're going to need him. They need to finish inside. This team just doesn't score inside. Again, that same guy from Minnesota. He can score outside, he can rebound, and he can finish inside. They need to be better offensively. They missed Marco Bellinelli and Nate Robinson last year. So offense is the problem for Chicago. But again, a healthy Derrick Rose solves a lot of problems.
If they got Love, you don't see a difference in their defense, that won't change dramatically?
Well, no, because Tibbs is going to get him to play. And again, it's team defense more than individual. They have some exceptional defenders, starting with Jimmy Butler. Derrick Rose is a great defender. But I think Tibbs will get who's ever on that roster to play defense, whether it be Kevin Love or Melo, or if they're able to get a player of that magnitude.
Yeah, a few more clutch buckets, we might be talking about a very different team in the playoffs, and a little health with Derrick Rose. He needs a little luck. 50 games over the last 3 seasons.
Everybody would like to see him back, unless you're sitting on that other bench.
Yeah.